7
And I'm going
clips.
live, but okay, while we do that.
Do, 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 do. Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, death is here. Good, good. All right, I'm trying to think if there's any news. Oh yeah, I saw it earlier. I was kind of busy today because I'm gonna go with my mom to a doctor's appointment.
Mm-hmm.
But about like about Gunther and all that, like the update on all that. I guess that Gunther, or I mean Breaker.
Yeah.
Hmm. Guess it was from Meltzer, but I saw it on Twitter before, like right before I went live for NXT. There it is. Cool. I want to talk about that too. We'll probably start with that. Stop coughing me. I'm trying, man.
He said, stop coughing. My God.
I'm trying not to.
What you gotta do, just take one more hit, my God, and you quit coughing.
Oh, okay. Be like, so we're here to. There was
Oh,
wrestling, I think. No.
I think there was wrestling.
All right, I'm ready whenever you are.
I'm ready. Everything is recording as of now.
Same. You want to start?
Yep, I can.
Oop.
What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Turnbuckle Talk, of course, with myself and Josh. Josh, man, it has been an exciting, I think, past 2 episodes. We had Raw and NXT. Um, you did say you wanted to start out with Monday Night Raw. We'll hop into that, but you said there was a little bit of news you wanted to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, it's just something kind of just off Raw, so it's kind of like what we'll get into here to kind of segue into Raw. But first, I want to know, how has the start of your week been?
Start of my week. Well,
Yes, sir.
it's been good.
And how was your weekend too?
Weekend was weekend was wide open. Honestly, like we had a lot of stuff going on here trying to get the garden set up because we do like vegetables and stuff. So
Fuck
as
yeah.
it's getting warmer, I'm trying to get out there and till that up, and it's not went as well, especially with my knee situation that I have going on. So,
Yeah,
but
that's a
other than
bummer.
that, uh, it's been real hot here, so it's been doing a lot of stuff outside. That at least what I can. But start of the week, it's not been bad either.
Good.
How has
I
everything been for you?
Good. I mean, the weekend was chill. Just did some dashing and chilled and stuff. Played some PS2, of course. Played some SmackDown vs. Raw 2010. I get the
Mm.
07 that I ordered on Friday tomorrow.
Oh, nice,
So I'll
nice.
get that tomorrow. So I'll probably be playing that a little bit at some point, maybe this weekend. It's gonna be a busy weekend for me though, because with the holiday and stand and deliver and all that. But yeah. So it was chill yesterday, and then today my mom had a doctor's appointment. It was just a follow up from her surgery. Everything was good. Every doctors, everything went well. She looks good. All her incisions look great. So she's good on that front. And we went and we went and ate at a restaurant in Colorado Springs called the Airplane Restaurant, and it's like a normal building, but then there's an actual airplane connected to it that was flown in like the last flight was like 1973, and it was a fuel plane. It
Okay.
would fuel like fucking crazy ass fighter jets back in the day in World War II. And so
Mhm.
that is literally the plane that we ate in. Like it's like connected to the building, and like we went in the plane and ate in it. I put the videos on my social media. It's pretty fucking dope. And the food was pretty solid. I had an avocado burger or guacamole burger, I think, and shit. I got me fucking Eagles Hotel California. I've been looking for that on vinyl. I finally found it today out in the wild, so that was
Nice.
good. So good day overall, honestly, today at least.
Yeah, sounds like that. Honestly, sitting in a plane and eating, like I seen
Yeah,
the
here, I'll
video
show pull up.
where like
Oh, you saw it? Okay.
yeah, where like the way you showed it, it's just was it just the cabin or was
It
it
was the full
everything?
plane. So like I thought I posted both videos. I know I posted both to Twitter. Um But yeah, so there's one of like us walking into the plane. Oh, let me turn the brightness down. Like this is us walking to like so it's the plane. We're walking to our like those are all
Okay,
like booths to
yeah.
eat at, and then there's the cockpit that anyone could go into.
Yeah, so I seen the first picture where it was just look like the cabin area. I didn't see the video.
Yeah, so I
That's
posted the
nice.
videos. But yeah, so it was cool and the food was solid.
Nice, nice. That's cool that they have stuff like that
Yeah, it was cool.
out there.
It was dope. But yeah, so we have some stuff to talk about. The first one during NXT, we were kind of talking about it before we went live. Is Danny Luna is now a free agent. She was with TNA. She's a big part of the women roster, the Knockouts division, and she requested her release reportedly from Sean Ross Sapp,
Yep.
and she is now officially a free agent. And she had been in NXT UK in the past, and she got let go when they kind of migrated NXT UK over into NXT. She wasn't one of the people they
Mhm.
brought over, and she went on to TNA and worked the Indies. She's been working the Indies while she's been in TNA and back home in the UK. And yeah, so she's a very good wrestler with some WWE experience, TNA experience. I could see her going Japan. She could go to Stardom. She could go to AEW. Obviously, is probably the big one since she's already been in
Yep.
both WWE and now TNA. So, what's your thoughts on Danny Luna and her now being a free agent?
I mean, the good thing is there's plenty of opportunity for her.
Yes.
She's got a resume. She's even she was stuck in the tag division a lot in TNA. But like you said in NXT UK, she was stand out there. I seen a little bit of the UK. I'm not gonna lie, I did not watch a lot of NXT UK when it
Same.
was there. Seen only clips and highlights. But what I did see in NXT TNA, I feel like she could maybe transition into NXT if she wants to come over there. Because I feel like we're getting ready to filter out some of the women's division after Stand and Deliver.
Mm-hmm.
But then yet again, I think AEW will be a good landing spot. And the only reason I
Oh,
say
for
that is
sure.
because there's so many injuries right now in the AEW women's talent. I
Yes.
think she could be a good fill in and not just be left behind when they come back. Could make a
Well,
name for
it's
herself.
also interesting to me with AEW. Little segue here from everything is that they have so many women. Like, yeah, we have Queen Aminata hurt. Tony is now out for whatever reason, for more than likely the year is a report. And there's, excuse me, others, but we've also don't have people being used right now, like Ty Mello, or we don't know
Hmm.
what's going on with Anna Jay and her if she's contracts up soon or what. She's not being used. Hikaru Shida is another one. Riho, Nyla Rose, and you have people like Billy Starks and Athena just working down in mainly ROH, and we haven't seen much of the Iconics. So,
Yeah.
like, and there's other names that I'm not thinking off the top of my head, but like, there's so many people that it's like, okay, yeah, I wouldn't be against her going to AEW, but what about them? Where are they? Like, I get Athena still doing her ROH thing, but it's like, gosh, how long is that going to keep continuing? It's been like 3 years.
I hope not long. Like I hope. I mean, I think they just released the Ring of Honor schedule. Their big pay per view that they do normally before All In is actually in May. I do believe, and it's in
Well,
like
so
DC.
Super Card of Honor was initially WrestleMania weekend for quite a while in April.
Yeah.
So I went to the last one that was WrestleMania weekend in Philly, and then the next year after that they did it. I think that's when they did it in what was that? June? I don't even remember. They did it later in the year, but then yeah. So this year it's gonna be May for whatever reason. I forgot what
So
month it got moved to. Yeah, I think so. They've moved it back a month now.
mm,
So, I don't know. I mean, Tony just, I guess, wanted it off Mania weekend, and then he's just trying to find a good spot for it, I guess.
I don't know, but maybe she could drop the title here. She's already got the record. Drop it to someone that's up and coming,
I feel like
like Billy Starks.
she's already fought her twice, I think, and beat her
No,
twice. I'm not against
trust me.
that. It's just like, fuck. But like, they also, I feel like last year when they brought in Suri and she was at All In and she was during the gauntlet match, and then she got hurt. I feel like, because they said she was going to be doing some ROH stuff. I feel like the whole point was for her to win the ROH title.
Yep.
But then she got hurt and she was out for a bit, and then she just ended up returning to Japan when she came back from injury, anyways. So I feel like that was what they were gonna kind of do, but I don't know.
I don't either, but they gotta get her to the main roster. And like, I don't watch Ring of Honor weekly.
Me
I
either.
don't. I mean, I pay for the. I think it was a Ring of Honor club for the pay per views.
Yeah.
But like, I don't keep up with the weekly product, so I don't know what's going on there currently, other than what I see on like social media.
Yeah, same. I really don't know much either, but move her to fucking AW. Like she was there a bit last year, and now nothing again. Is in ROH.
Yeah, and I mean, last time we seen her, she was in the women's tournament with Sasha.
And who
Oh,
knows?
not
Maybe she
sorry,
likes the
Mercedes.
schedule
Shit.
because then she could do her promotion and stuff that she runs.
Yeah,
And I don't know, but it's kind of crazy that she's not on AEW more.
yeah.
So
It's
I don't
odd.
know. Danny Luna landing in AEW would be great, but so many other women that I want to know what the fuck's going on with that aren't injured.
Yeah, and like, there's been rumors, of course. Yeah, of course, it's all rumors, but like they keep saying Anna Jay's contract's gonna be coming up, and if that's the case, she might leave.
I hope not.
Um, I don't know. It's all very interesting in my opinion.
Yeah, for sure. We'll see though. Danny Luna could go anywhere for sure. Who knows? Maybe WWE will have interest to bring her back.
They could. Like I said, the NXT Women's Division, in my opinion, is getting ready to shrink because I feel like a lot of them is going to be called up. Could be wrong. But we'll see after San Diego what happens.
So the other news I wanted to talk about was obviously with Raw. So I want to get into Raw, but the main thing we'll talk about to start then from Raw is there was a segment where Paul Heyman came out, and throughout the night we saw Adam Pearce have interactions with Paul Heyman, asking him if he's checked his email, and this was like the third time when Paul went out there to talk. Paul's out there talking, and he's, obviously the Vision had already won the titles, and Speed inadvertently helped them, and all that stuff. So Pierce finally, asked him, "Have you checked your email?" And he was like, "What with the email?" And finally, he was like, "Well, Seth Rollins was released from Boston, whatever, like today or whatever the fuck, or was cleared of all charges
Yeah.
today, is what it was." And then he was
Mhm.
also cleared to return to in-ring action today, and that's when he came out from under the ring and attacked Paul with the shield chair shot. And Paul
Again,
went
yeah.
down. Then he went to curb stomp him on the chair, and then Gunther attacked him, not a returning Braun Breaker, which had been alluded to by some people on Twitter, like Corey Hayes, but a lot of people thinking, oh, they did that because Speed was also there and he bark, bark, bark. So,
Hmm.
anyways, whatever they were vague, so it's easy to think that. So the news being that Braun Breaker is cleared, according to Dave Meltzer. He says Gunther versus Seth Rollins has been planned for weeks, and that Braun is cleared. He says Seth and Gunther had been planned for several weeks, as the entire storyline in the past few weeks with Rollins and Paul was always to build for Gunther choking him out at MSG. This does not have to do with Braun Breaker not being cleared after hernia surgery. Breaker is actually cleared, but the decision was made not to rush into the match. The idea of Rollins versus Breaker is very much alive, but they are wanting the proper television build time. Gunther being the opponent stemmed from the injury to Bronson Reed. The Vision and the Usos were to do a celebrity match with involving Ishowspeed, Logan Paul, and taking out Logan Paul out of the match with Rollins and with Reed out as well. A new opponent for Rollins was needed. The last line kind of confused me, but yeah, that's what it says.
Yep.
So obviously, I think this could be building to a few things. I'm hoping it's not Gunther joining the Vision. I really think that'd just be stupid and lazy. Initially, I was saying last night that this should be building to like almost like an MJF paying, Callis family to help him out, kind of like that type of thing. But it seems like a lot of people are thinking it's going to be Gunther using this as a way to get at Brock finally.
Could be.
Since that would
Um,
make a lot of sense because, and not in a lot of sense in like oh yeah, this has been building to this, but like in the sense that he could use this to be like, I want to retire the biggest one, Brock Lesnar, and then obviously with SummerSlam in Minnesota, that could definitely work.
it could. Um, the reason I think that in a sense it could be like you said the MJF thing, or it could be him in a sense joining the Vision, because when he was choking him out and he had him looking up at him, so he had Seth looking up at him. He said, "You're looking at the future."
Yeah,
That was the whole thing behind the Vision. Was Seth was bringing in the future of the company.
True.
leading them to where they needed to be. So Gunther could now be the new leader. I feel as if the division needs.
God. I just feel like that's such lazy booking to put him in the Vision at this point because of the injuries.
And the only reason that is because of all the injuries. If it wasn't
I
for the
know, but I
injuries,
feel like the better
we
story would be just to have Gunther doing this as a way to get at to Brock eventually. Like as a favor, like, hey, I helped you out. Now you need to give me what I want
the,
type of bullshit.
the I mean taking out Seth would be the help. Yes, that makes sense.
I'd rather that than him joining the fucking Vision. Personally, that's just me. Fuck the Vision. I think this. I've said it before. They should have just canned this shit and just don't even call Theory and Logan the Vision. Just give them a new fucking name. Like the Vision shit's dead. Like without Bronson, Braun, or Seth, it's not the Vision to me. And obviously,
It's
Seth,
not.
they had to turn on him because he got injured. And then
Mhm.
Braun, unfortunately, Bronson got injured, and then Braun, like the same fucking week, it felt like they both got hurt.
Yeah. I think Seth said it in an interview. It might have been just someone was saying it, but like them doing the fake gimmick where he was hurt, cursed the whole damn operation.
I don't think Seth said that, but I've heard a lot of people say that.
Yeah, like it's like it's kind of like karma. You fake it, and
I
then
feel like
something
anytime
crazy
he's tried to
happens.
start a faction, it's just always falling apart due to injury or like whatever, one thing or another. I don't remember
And
what
yeah,
necessarily happened with. I know they released AOP when he was doing the faction with them and Buddy. I don't remember what happened with Buddy, but eventually Theory was also part. I don't even remember exactly how that all fell apart, but it did.
yeah, it fell apart quick. The COVID had a lot to do with that, but
That too, and I think releases and stuff ended up. But yeah, it was didn't last long, and this one lasted a little bit longer, but not that long either.
not
Less
long
than a
enough.
year.
I
But
feel like
then,
it could have been really good, but injuries always.
yeah. So initially, when that whole happened last night, when Gunther attacked him, I was like, "What the fuck?" Like, I wasn't too excited for that. I was like, obviously, I understand because of injuries, but like when you look at WrestleMania now on paper, and then they announced a lot more matches last night. So but I want to run through this whole card because
That's good.
so far we have 12 matches, and they're still doing like the different graphics thing.
Which is
So
confusing as fuck, but it helps break it down from
I
the
think
night.
I think it's to help do the nights. So I'm just gonna run down the whole card. So just imagine like the storylines aren't like just leave out storylines. Just look at the names. CM Punk
Okay.
versus Roman Reigns, Stephanie Vaquer versus Liv Morgan, Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton, Jade Cargill versus Rhea Ripley, all title matches. Boba Fett versus Brock Lesnar, AJ Lee versus Becky Lynch, Sami Zayn versus Trick Williams, U.S. title. Jacob Fatu, Drew McIntyre, unsanctioned. Finn Balor, Dominic Mysterio. Fatal 5-way ladder match. Penta, Javon, Dragon Lee, JD, and Rusev. We'll talk a little bit about those entrants. And then the fatal 4-way women's title match. Irresistible Forces, Charlotte Bliss, Bailey Lyra, and the Bellas. And then Seth Rollins, Gunther. On paper, if like you heard this card and didn't know the storylines, you're like, holy shit. That's phenomenal. Like,
Yep.
literally, what WWE should do is just say, fuck it. Go out there and ball. Like they'll still do a little few angles during their matches just because obviously they gotta keep some fluidity. But just let them fucking ball, dude. This could be an epic card.
It is, and I know we're gonna add one or two more. Like, and
yeah. Well, we usually have like about 16 every year. It's usually like
yeah,
6 one night, 7 the next.
so
So it's like 15 usually.
somewhere on here you will have the finale of El Grande versus El Grande in some
Probably.
fucking form or
Could be
fashion.
like maybe that's where the creeds come out as their own fucking whatever you call
Yeah,
them.
and then you'll have probably
Americana.
Tiffany versus Julia.
I hope that gets on Mania. I feel like that's gonna get stuck on SmackDown the night before.
What'll get stuck on SmackDown is the tag team titles. The tag titles, and for the love of God, as good as this card already is for WrestleMania, please do not put Solo versus Howdy for a fucking lantern on this card.
I would rather have. So yeah, we need to have that put on SmackDown, please. But at least put the Raw World Tag Titles on here, which I think they are. I think we'll see.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not even them defending it. It'll probably end up being. I think it'll end up being a multi-man with Ishowspeed.
hmm
It'll be the
Yeah, so
Usos and who the fuck ever
the
versus
Usos and LA
Vision.
Knight
Oh,
versus
LA. There
ISO
you go.
Speed and Vision. Because I originally think the plan might have been Speed versus LA Knight in some odd fucking fashion,
I don't
but I
think so.
don't think it
I
could
think
have
it was always
carried.
gonna be a multi-man because Speed's never wrestled a full man.
He's done that stuff with Randy though. Like
Yeah,
he's
not
had
wrong.
training.
Yeah, he did his like speed does whatever the fuck it was. But yeah, he did his like show where he went to the PC for a day or whatever it was.
Yeah,
I don't
and
know,
he's probably
but
been training with Logan.
and he's very athletic. He's shown it by doing all the shit he does. But like, I'm just saying, having a singles match at WrestleMania ain't for the weak. Like Logan Paul's first WrestleMania match was a tag match.
That's true with the Miz, and then he ate a skull crushing finale afterwards.
Yeah, so it wasn't until a year later where he fought Seth, and he fought a guy who they could trust going with a celebrity like that at Mania.
So so we're probably gonna have that 6-man. It'll probably be a odd mask versus mask match. So then that'll be your
Probably.
final two added on Raw, and then hopefully the Women's United States. Excuse me.
Yeah, I'm hoping. It kind of sucks that it's probably not going to have the World Tag Title defended or the SmackDown title, but I really am over the MFT Wyatt stuff. So, but on paper, this whole card, like, first of all, fuck yeah to all the single matches. We have 10 announced singles matches, with right now only 2 multi, like officially. Obviously, we just said the other ones are more than likely going to happen, but that's way better than I expected.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Yeah.
hyped.
The other thing about this, and it was kind of odd. John Cena is hosting WrestleMania.
I don't find it odd. I saw Twitter. There was some people losing their shit over this. Like, hello, we've seen so many people come back and do things after they retire. Undertaker got involved at WrestleMania 40, and everyone ate it up. And yeah, obviously it wasn't immediately after he retired. It was a few years later. But it's still like, you guys not expect him to return and do these cameos like this? Like, I don't understand why people are like. I saw one person explain it like, "Oh, I paid this amount of money for his final match." And it's like, well, exactly, it's his final match. Like they're like they made it sound like, oh no, but it was billed like to be his last appearance.
It was not.
Or some are just saying it's so soon after his last appearance and people paid so much money. Yeah, I agree the money thing, but like, we're watching some carny shit.
Yeah.
This is not surprising.
I just didn't expect him to host, honestly.
That makes sense. Vegas, Cena. Rumor is, according to some dirt sheets, that it could be to help boost sales of tickets. Apparently, this was a plan for a while.
Yeah. I mean, it was nice to do after, they announced the matches.
John Cena's great. Fine.
The one thing I ask, and if anyone's listening out there, we need to have a moment where him and Danhausen are backstage together with R-Truth.
Yes.
All three of them.
Yes. Please. Just have John Cena be Danhausen for a moment to confuse the shit out of Danhausen. He's in face paint and everything. That'd be fucking amazing. I mean, it probably takes way too long to get that on him during the show. I mean, it's like 2 nights. So it's like 3 hours and 3.5 hours each night now. But still, start the show as him as Danhausen.
Yeah, just confuse the hell out of everybody.
Be great. But yeah, so that's gonna be cool. But yeah, on paper, this thing looks great. Yeah, obviously, like Jade and Rhea's fucking story is ass right now. So like, and a few others aren't as interesting. Like obviously Oba and Brock. Obviously Oba and Brock is so hyped that it can main event.
Oh, dude, I promise you it could main event.
It's so hype right now. So let's talk about their segment from Raw. So Paul and Brock came out. So this was before the whole Paul found out that Seth was cleared and all that stuff. So he can't. They come out and Brock's in his gear, his trunks and his fucking gloves and everything, ready to fight. He says that Paul says last week he was caught off guard because he thought they were gonna have a conversation. I was like, Brock doesn't have conversations that often, Paul. What the fuck are you talking about? So he's there to fight, and Oba comes out. But as soon as Oba comes out, they have all the security. Or no, before Oba comes out, Pierce comes out, and he's like, "We're not gonna do this. We're not gonna jeopardize one of our biggest matches for Mania." And security is standing in the aisle with Paul or Adam, and then of course Oba comes out, gets all hyped. His big old entrance comes out, does the strut, and then once he gets close enough, the security just like run at him. They don't even like try to act like security. They just run at him like they're gonna beat his ass, and he just beats all their ass. He gets one guy and he just like picks him up and throws him. And this dude gets so much fucking air and lands on his hips so hard on the aisle. It was nasty.
Yes, I think that's probably one of the worst bumps I've seen a security
It
guard
was
take in a while.
disgusting how hard he fell on his hip, bro. It was like
And
on one
he,
of his sides. Oh, it was disgusting.
I know he woke up this morning sore as a motherfucker.
And there's
Just
have you seen the fan videos that people have been
yeah,
posting to social media?
for the
There's like
right
a
there
few
on the ramp.
really good angles of him just like how crazy it is. Like obviously we got a good angle live, but like those fan cams, like you could hear him hit hard.
Yeah, like my God, props to him for taking the bump.
Dude, that
Oh,
was insane.
he better be he better be in the performance center next week training because he took that bump.
But of
like,
course, the only person that could stop these two from fighting was the game.
oh, Triple H.
Came out there, and I was like, "You guys are gonna send the guy with the pacemaker out there? Come on!"
Yeah.
But all jokes aside, though, he does go out there and he gets between them, and it doesn't get too crazy. He's just in there like, "Hey guys, no, save it for Mania, save it for Mania," and he just keeps them apart, and he eventually tells Paul to get Brock out of there, and he separates them. I thought that was funny because obviously the show started with Cody and Stephanie McMahon. And
Yeah.
she slapped Cody at one point, and then and we'll get more into this in a bit, but I want to talk about like what they said here in a bit. But we're talking about the other parts. But I just thought it was funny that Triple H came out to separate them, but his wife gets like her arm pulled by Cody, and he doesn't come out and defend her. What the hell, Hunter?
Yeah, so we'll talk about that in a minute. But yeah, Triple H, Hunter, Paul Levesque, whatever you want to call him at this point, he's got so many names.
The game.
he separated them, but he seemed to be more backing Oba, in my opinion. I felt like the way his body gestures was like he was
like he was trying to
standing
save
with
Brock.
Oba.
Like he was trying to save Brock in
From
the last
Oba.
meeting.
Yes. Like he feels as if Oba has the upper hand, which he does. He's whooped his ass twice in the ring.
Yeah.
Prior to this, and the fucking crowd, like Oba's presence in that moment, like you seen him finally at the entrance. He breathed in and breathed out. You could probably count it. He was taking in all of this, and then he gets to the ring, and then he circles it just like Brock would, stalking the prey.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that
And
was
then
sick. Yeah.
he jumps up on the apron and way Oba does it, not Brock. But
Yeah.
he done everything to get in the head of Brock Lesnar. And I swear, the look on Brock's face, you could see a little bit of like hesitation, like, oh shit, like this is for real. Like he's selling it so well, and God, I hope they capitalize on it. I'm hoping
it's been
Oba.
crowd reaction. So one of my mods and one of my longtime mods was at the MSG show, and he said today that the by far loudest reaction last night was for him, in his opinion, was Oba Femi.
Had to have been.
He said Brock was really loud too. He said, but no, he said Oba's was even crazier.
Yeah, I mean, Oba's so over, and like Brock even looks around and like
He
the
looks
look on his
so
face.
happy. Like, and I saw a few tweets from like some top like IWC accounts. They're like, Brock looks so happy to be working with Oba, and just looks like he's having so much fun.
Mm-hmm. He does.
So I'm excited for their match at Mania. That's probably one of the most hyped I am for like match wise at Mania is that one.
And what's crazy is
it's a bit more than the Brock Suplex City finisher spam though. I hope, but I'm not that. I don't know. We'll see.
Brock will come in spamming suplexes. I already know that. He's going to try to weaken the armor of Oba off the rip.
100%.
Or he's going to take the fucking gloves off, and we know it's just going to be chaos. One of the two.
But it was a hype segment. I really thought that was a great. They've been doing really good with Brock and Oba so far.
Yeah, I think this is probably one of the best segments of the night.
Oh, 1,000% agree. They've been doing this so good. It's always done so well, and I like the changes they've done to Oba's entrance. They haven't changed the song, but like the way they like do the like it starts like doom like it has like that weird thing, and it waits like 4 seconds, and then doom 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 doom. And then it like does it again, doom 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 doom, and then it really starts going. I like that. I think that's really cool how they've done that. It really builds the anticipation.
Yes, and I've noticed the last 2 weeks when they've done it, because this is the second time we've heard it. I think they were testing
second or
it the week
third.
before.
Yeah, I think they initially they did like the one pause and then into it. Now they've done it like where it's 2 pauses now and then into it.
Yeah. So, and when they do it, the crowd builds it up. Like you can
Mm-hmm.
hear them getting loud, and then as soon as the it hits, they
It,
shatter.
yeah, so it's great anticipation buildup, especially in his first big feud on the main roster with Brock. Like, obviously, he did this stuff with Cody because of the whole John Cena retirement thing,
Yep.
and then he was in the Rumble and stuff, and he looked pretty good in there. But to have his first real official feud and be at Mania and against arguably one of their biggest stars ever in Brock Lesnar, fucking props to them and props for Oba to getting himself there. Like, that's insane.
Yeah.
Like, I remember when
Absolutely.
he won the North American title, I think it was against Dragon Lee, and like he won it like 2 weeks after his debut on NXT, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, he's an
Hmm.
NIL. He was like the first NIL to win a fucking title in NXT.
Yeah, and then and he had that contract too because he won that, and he cashed in right afterwards.
Yeah, he cashed in the breakout. Yeah, that's right.
So I mean, he's been setting the bar
Pushed to the
high for
moon.
people.
Though they pushed him just to the moon in NXT, and he's responded and went over. I remember initially like, okay, and then he had his like first. I forgot who it was. I don't know if it was Briggs or he fought someone like a bigger guy. I feel like, and it was just really fucking good. And I was
He
like,
had a good one,
this guy can
Jack.
hoop. Dijak might have been a triple threat or something, and
It was Jack and Briggs, I do believe.
that's what it was, dude. And it was a fucking. I think it was at NXT for the North American title, if I'm not mistaken, or Stand and Deliver for North American title.
Stand and
Um,
deliver, yep, and Philly,
that's right, yeah, because
North
I
American
I was
title,
I went
yep.
to ROH instead that night because it was cheaper. Um, I would have gone to Stand and Deliver if it was. Oh no, Stand and Deliver was the next day. I went to anyways, but yeah, so I would have went if it was cheaper, but um, yeah, so that was the first match because I had watched it after the fact because we were at WWE World that day, and I was live on TikTok just walking around WWE World, and people were like, "Oh my god, you need when you guys like if you get a chance before you go to Mania tonight, like watch that match. Out of any match at Stand and Deliver, watch Briggs, Dijak, and Oba. Because I remember Mello and Trick kind of had an underwhelming match in the main event, unfortunately. And
Yep.
at least I thought, because I watched it. Because we had got back to the hotel, and that match was like, I had it on my phone when we were like in the Uber watching it. And so like I finished watching it, we got back to the hotel, and I was like, man, I don't know, that just felt off. It didn't feel like super good. And yeah, so then I eventually, when I got home, I watched back all the shows since I was there live, and I watched it back, and that match was definitely the match of Stand and Deliver.
Hmm. It
So
was of
Oba's
that
Oba's
year.
a Oba's the grab man. He's not a grab man, but he's very good. Like he's a big guy who's fucking just adapted well, and fuck man, he's just so good. So to see him get this opportunity at WrestleMania is crazy. As much as I'm not really a fan of Brock, this is just I understand the star power and getting this type of match, insane.
Yeah. It's gonna be a great match.
And a
I feel
better
like
build
this
than the
needs to
Omos build. That
check
match
out
wasn't bad
Omos
though.
and
I was there
MVP.
live, and that match actually wasn't terrible.
It wasn't not as bad as I thought it was gonna be,
And it's hard
but
not to be hyped when you're there live seeing two humongous dudes toss each other around. So
that is true.
with
That
with
is true.
another
Yeah.
40, 50, whatever, how many were there that night? 1,000 people. Kind of hard not to be hyped. But yeah, so I've been loving that build. And then so let's go ahead and talk about Cody and Stephanie. So Cody
Okay.
came out and he did his all what do you want to talk about? Immediately Stephanie's theme hit. I marked, crowd had a good pop. Um they're like giving her like crowds popping for her. She's like, "Don't make me cry," and Cody's like, "I'm surprised to see you." She says, "You shouldn't be," because her name is Stephanie McMahon, and this is the house that her grandfather built. Is the specific? And then we got some "We Want Vince" chants. Very,
Yeah.
very, very. Not everyone, but they were noticeable on TV. Um. So he asked her what she wants to talk about, and she says she wants to talk about him and Randy at WrestleMania. Talks about how Andre the Giant would squeeze her leg on his way to the ring, and I was like, "Hey, yo." And she said, "Rose and Orton are multi-general talent and know what it's like to be on top more than anybody else. They all look different, took different paths, and Cody took a golden path and stayed true to himself. And he believes he can bring out the best in his opponents, and for the most part, he can." But she
Mhm.
says that he can't do that with this version of Randy, which me and you talked about last Friday. How, yes, while this is a fun version of Randy, it is not on that level yet. At least we think
Nope.
of the viciousness that he used to be. Obviously, we're in a PG era. I mean, it was PG then too, though, mind you, when he was kind of going through this, anyways, in '09. So I
Yeah,
feel
it
like
was.
I could be wrong on that. I think it was a little bit later. It might have been like 2011, PG. But anyways, he was pretty vicious, and so I told you last week how I hated that he fucking waited for Cody for like a minute and a half, 2 minutes for him to get to the fucking ring to go out there kicking his ass. And so she was like telling him, oh, like, you know, you don't know this version of Randy. So I was like in my stream, like, oh my god, like this version of Randy is not the same. Fuck.
No, this version of Randy is not running around RKO and fucking people in the back of limousines like he did Hogan, kicking,
Yeah.
punting Dusty, punting Stephanie. No, this is not the same Orton. Not
And
yet.
so, and then she goes, "You're not your father." So
Yeah.
I go, well, isn't that kind of the point of him finishing the story? Is that Dusty never got the title, so like he did? So wouldn't that, in sense, put him above his father?
You would think so, unless there's another side of this story that they're going to play out here at Mania.
Yeah,
But
so I don't see that as an insult. But what was even funnier was Cody said the same, that you're not your father or whatever, however he said it. And the crowd, oh, I'm like, thank God she's not. Like, what the fuck? That's not. I even tweeted right at the second he said that. I was like, that. Like, I basically was like, that's not an insult. Like, that's not an insult.
it's like I even
thank
said
God
it.
she's
I was
not like her father.
I was like, I don't see how that's an insult. But again, it could be on the simple fact that the McMahon legacy that he built throughout WWF, WWE, that could be what he's talking about. But
I hate to say this, and I'm not the only one saying this. Well, I guess I'll turn this into a question, actually. Do you think that this is a soft launch to start bringing Vince McMahon back in the fold by name? Not by, like, part of the product owning it, creative, just by recognizing him. Do you think this is a soft launch for that? Could be. I could see this going to Hall of Fame, and there's no way. And I think Triple H brought him up at his Hall of Fame. And I'm sure she'll do the same, but I feel like we're going to start hearing more and more of him. Could I be wrong? What do you think?
I think we probably, in a sense, will. I would be even surprised if by somehow he's not, if he's not seen at the Hall of Fame and his daughter's being inducted. I'd be surprised.
Yeah, I think he was at the one Triple H contacted. Like, there was photos of him. I think they had like a red carpet or something, and there's photos of him arriving. I don't think there was any like of him in the crowd. I think he was probably just behind the scenes. But yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he'll do anything else. But yeah,
I just
name
think
dropping.
this is yeah, because like I think we'll just have more of him being brought up in certain situations.
Mm-hmm. I do agree with you on that.
I mean, hey, you can't erase him. You know, he's 50 years and owner, and I mean, you can, but really no need to at this point yet. And
Yeah.
you need to, but I just feel like it's now that Brock's back too. I feel like they're gonna start bringing him up officially more and more.
And it's crazy. You'll see the IWC being like, "Get rid of Hunter, bring back Vince. The product was better." Like,
well, okay, so I tweeted. I've had a lot of replies.
I don't doubt it. I do not doubt
let me
it.
find this tweet real quick. Okay, so yeah, this tweet. So the telling Stephanie she's not like her dad is an insult. That's why I tweeted with 3 question marks. Got 7.1 thousand views. That's a little bit more than I usually get. I had some people that were like cool and just like sharing their side of the opinion, but there was like some that are like, I think I've actually blocked. I don't even see those guys anymore. But they were basically like, oh, Vince is the one who got you into your product. If you're waiting for Vince, I was like, brother, my first show I ever attended was WCW. I grew up in WCW motherfucking territory. Don't be fucking saying that you know me just because, yes, I do have the blocked logo. Yes, that was the generation. I've talked about it on the podcast like not even that long ago, that the 90s, the mid 90s was the era. Shawn Michaels, my all-time favorite. Yes. Was that my bread and butter of WCW? Yes. But I was literally watching WCW. If there was no WWF at that point, I would have been watching WCW no matter what. I am not. Well, I grew up in an era where there was so many different promotions on TV. Like those two. And then there was local wrestling coming to my town. And then WCW came to Colorado quite frequently. Like, there was no issue. If WCW did somehow lose those Monday Night Wars, I was in WCW country. I would have watched.
Yeah.
So I have no loyalty to one specific brand. I have loyalty to wrestlers, not a brand.
Yeah.
So I don't care if Vince did make the character that I like and build the story and help get him and give him all those accolades. Good, Sean earned all those. I ain't gonna fucking clap for Vince for writing that fucking script.
Nah, I don't blame you. I was looking at some of your comments that you was getting. Jesus Christ.
Right? Yeah. Yeah,
Like,
people are pretty insane,
my
man.
God.
Yeah, like here's
That
one I see.
is,
It says, "Well, you clearly forgot the entire history of WWE. Vince is the reason you're watching it. If it's not for Vince, WWE probably wouldn't exist today." I said he isn't. I watched WCW first because I did the first ever one I went to live was WCW Saturday night taping. It was a double taping in like 95, 96.
hmm
Got to see fucking Flair come out a million times to the Four Horsemen theme.
And see, so that's the difference. My first show was Vengeance 05 when
Damn,
DX fought the fucking Spirit Squad.
like 9 years
That's
after my
the
first show.
so,
My first WWE show was in 02, brother. So it was way after I first went to a WCW show that I went to a WWE show. That was after WCW died because now WWE was finally coming to Colorado.
yeah, so I mean,
They
like,
didn't come that
technically,
often, bro. They did not. And once WCW died, they came a little bit more, and then they were like,
yeah.
They still only come once a year. Giggity. I'm
But
immature.
yeah, it's
Sorry.
just, it's crazy how people like get so up in arms or having opinions like that.
I don't know why
Like
other people's opinions bother them so much about it.
I
Like
don't
they,
like I
they're
said
they're
the
more
same
than
thing.
allowed to think what they think, and we're allowed to think what they think. But the fact that they get so mad that other people think the opposite is crazy.
Like me and my brother were both watching Raw last night. It was the first time he's watched one since John Cena's last match. So like
Yeah.
he knows what's going on, but he hasn't put eyes on the product. And he heard that line and he was like, "That ain't bad. That ain't a bad thing." I was like,
Exactly,
"Yeah,
right? It's
that's a
not bad to
compliment."
not be her dad. Yeah.
Right?
He has so many
So,
allegations in his 50-year career.
so maybe we just didn't understand what they were trying to go at. I don't know.
I don't know. What did you think of that whole thing? I didn't care for it.
I like the slap. The slap
The
slap was
violence.
good. The question, so on the other side of all this, Stephanie's promo to Cody, in my opinion, was trying to make him, I think was trying to flip him from being a face to going heel. That's what I kind of feel. And he grabbed her arm, and I was like, oh, here we go. We finally are going to get a heel in this feud. Because right now, they're both cheered. You put them in a room together, they're going to get fucking cheered. There's no one
They're
getting
not
booed yet.
turning Cody Hill.
I know they're
Anytime
not.
soon.
I know.
This he's in his
So,
he's not on the level scene in my opinion when he was back in the day, but he's on that area where they're like, we cannot turn him.
yeah. So, I'm thinking, and this could be off the wall, that Stephanie is the one on the phone calls.
Could be.
She's the one pulling the mind card on Randy.
I could see that. I just found it funny too because the whole WrestleMania 25 feud, like the last Raw was like her Triple H being tied up and she like got like RKO'd and then Randy kissed her while she was passed out and Triple H couldn't get to her. And then obviously Triple H won the match at Mania in the main event at 25 in a lackluster fucking match. I mean, I don't blame them who's the booking, but like they built it up to be such a vicious blood curdling feud and then that fucking match was not it.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so that's what makes me laugh. It's like, the vicious side of Randy, but then your husband beat him, so he's beatable in that state. You know what I mean? It just didn't make sense to me.
Us knowing the past, yeah. But she could be the one.
That's what I think I told someone. They're like, oh, you're one of those fans. I go, someone who pays attention to storylines? Yes.
Yeah. 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 I'm just here to watch wrestling. I don't pay attention to storylines.
But yeah, so I mean, it got the crowd. The crowd loved it. So I'm not the crowd. So I'm just one guy.
Yeah, I mean, we all have our opinions. I guarantee you, every other like me, you, and all the other people who like have a opinion or do reactions, I guarantee it. We all felt different
I
about
just found
that
it
one
funny
segment.
that literally she slapped him because he said the fatherland. It's like you're mad about that.
I mean, maybe he's just defending her father. That would make sense. Anyone talks, no matter, I guess, whatever a
Why
parent
would she?
did,
She
you're
left the
gonna.
company after all that shit went down. Anyways. Oh man. So we saw Ishowspeed a couple times. He was backstage with Danhausen talking about he wants to be uncursed.
Yes.
Um Danhausen says he'll do it for $10 billion and the rights to his streaming and personal and be as a personal assistant. And Pierce just tells Speed it's not bad. He's got him some ringside seats and a special guest announcer for the tag title match. Which was the Usos and Logan and or I guess the Vision. But I love Danhausen here, so he's there and he he just like tells Pierce oh no, he like supposed to, I forgot what he does. He's like supposed to leave and he just stands there and he's like, aren't you supposed to disappear? And he goes, oh yeah. And he just like makes weird faces and he doesn't leave. He just stands there.
He doesn't.
He's like it's like his tongue sticks out. He's like, what the fuck is he doing? He just starts standing there like he's confused.
I'm not gonna lie. This might have been the most I've laughed at backstage shit throughout a Monday Night Raw in a long time.
And then,
The stuff.
I used my VPN last night, and so I finally got to see one of his like commercial segments. It was boring. It's just him coming out doing an ad announcing Saturday Night Main Event for fucking whatever the fuck it was, MSG again.
Madison Square Garden, yeah.
And then doing the shirts and then bye and then did the funny part was obviously when he like did the oh shit then he finally ran away. That was funny. But like I was like, damn, that was kind of lackluster.
Yeah, so this is the first one I've missed. Like, don't know what region of the world you was in, but for me, I didn't get to see it.
So I actually have some viewers, quite a few like regulars from Canada in the Twitch chat, and they're in I think the Toronto area.
That's what I was
And
at.
they were like, yeah, I'm getting ads. I was using Vancouver.
Mm.
And weird, and we'll get into NXT there, but I couldn't use my none of my VPNs would work tonight. So you know how like I don't know if you use Surfshark, right?
Mm-hmm.
On yours, do you have like a refresh button? It'll give you like a different VPN in that region, like a different IP.
No, I had to reconnect to a different one.
Yeah, like so mine has like a button. I just hit the refresh and it will connect me to another one in that region. Like they have like
Okay.
and then I even tried. So I tried Canada tonight, tried Australia and the UK. None of them, all of them, Netflix. We detect you're using a VPN. Blah, 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 blah. Every single one. I could not watch on the way I normally. So I used Watch Wrestling tonight, and it was a shitty experience and reminded me why I watch it the way I watch it. If you guys are wondering, the way I watch it with a VPN, it's not like I can't watch it on CW. I can, but in Colorado, we don't get the East Coast feed. We get the West Coast feed, so it starts an hour later than the East Coast feed. So there would be like people could come to my chat and already tell me what had happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I choose not to watch it on CW because I'd be an hour behind everyone. And so I do that. And when it was on USA before, I could just go to usanetwork.com, sign in with my cable service, which was YouTube TV, and choose the East Coast feed. But CW is so stupid that it doesn't have that option. They just upload it to their fucking streaming service the next day. And so I have to do a VPN to watch it as officially as I can because I already pay for Netflix anyways. So, yeah, so that's how I do it. But for some reason, Netflix is being a pussy to them. It's all because CW makes it so hard for me to watch this fucking show, dude. I have to watch on these third-party sites. The audio was desynced so bad by the end of the show. Like, they would do a bump, and then I'd hear the bump a second later, if not more.
God,
and then the ref would do the count and be like, boom, boom, boom. It was so annoying, dude. I eventually just had to power through it because it was so stupid. But, I mean, I watched NXT. But, yeah, I don't get it. But so I VPN work last night, though. Got to see that shitty Danhausen segment.
Yeah, so
just an ad.
I was in Toronto tonight for mine.
That doesn't
and
work for me on Nord. I use Nord.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think last month I was having a lot of issues with NXT. It would take me a while. I had to go for mine. I had to set mine for Brisbane to watch
I couldn't even get Brisbane to
NXT.
work through Nord tonight. And Nord has so many different servers and IPs that you could get. It's crazy that none of them are working for me.
Yeah, I don't know if they're trying to cut down on it or I know mine just had an update, so I don't know. Maybe they fixed whatever
Ah,
might have been a
it's
bug.
Netflix detecting what are the servers and blocking them.
I don't know. That's crazy.
But yeah, so anyways, I'm glad it worked last night. But I was bummed that that's all that was an ad. I'm announcing a
Yeah,
fucking Saturday Night Main Event, which are usually shit anyways. At least I think. Some of them have been fine, but glorified
you
Raws.
know, I'm hoping Danhausen honestly has a great moment at WrestleMania.
I hope we'll see. What did you think of the tag match for the titles? The men's tag match.
It was okay. It was
Shenanigan filled.
shenanigan, but it was a street fight, so it makes sense. But yet again,
I found it so weird that Logan Paul's mom had his brass knuckles, and if she was sitting front row, how the fuck did she get those past security?
at,
If it's
yeah,
a
and
street
what
fight,
the
why
fuck
didn't
was
he just have them
Paul?
in his tights like he normally does or something? I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't get that. I don't
Or
get that
Paul
either.
had him or something.
What?
Like, what? I was like, so first off, WWE's actual security for the fans suck because his mom got in. I mean, it's all obviously I'm joking, but like
Yeah,
in kayfabe, like that's what you
yeah.
think. Like, okay, so she brought in breast knucks and got away with it. What the fuck?
And how did Adam Pierce get Speed the best seats in the house beside his mom?
It, we know why, but yeah, me and you know why. Those seats are always
Yeah,
reserved, and if they don't sell them, then, like I
yeah.
was telling you when I was at Dynamite, there was like people kept coming in front of us and leaving during the show. Like, the fuck?
But I mean, it was okay. It was kind of odd the ending. Like I can understand Speed hitting LA Knight, and that didn't cause any issue with the actual match. But of course, he did put the knuckles on the side of the mat. But I mean, I feel like this could have been a singles, like a regular tag team match, and had the same outcome.
Yeah, it was an okay match, but one thing we didn't talk about too is the Usos have a new theme.
They do.
It was very
I
like bass and drum and dancey. I loved it. I fuck with it.
well, I've got to listen to it back. I've got to because
It was fire. I thought. Don't. That's basically what it was. It was sick.
yeah,
The song
I
you
like
just
I said, I've
carry
got to
to.
listen to it back for sure because at first I didn't like it. Honestly, I
I
don't
did.
know. I feel like they could have used like not the penitentiary, but the one they came out to at Saturday Night Main Event against Bronson and Reed. But now they feel like a unit again. But now they don't have the fucking tag title. So why did we wait this long to give them this new entrance?
I don't know, but I think it's fire.
Like I said, I'm not gonna shit on it yet. I'm gonna listen back to it
No,
probably
shit on
like
it.
on the
Fuck it.
way to
Shit on it.
class. Like I did not like it last night
I saw a lot of
at
people
all.
didn't like it. I'm probably in the minority. I thought it was for gas. I fucking was down. I was fucking vibing, dude. I loved it.
I didn't like it. Maybe it's
But
because
yeah,
I'm just
so Speed
I
was
don't know.
like trying to fucking stop. Oh, sorry, I interrupted you. Go ahead.
No. I was just gonna say maybe it's because I was such a big fan of the Uso Penitentiary style entrance they had when they were that. I guess is why. But yet again, I don't know. Like I said, I'll have to listen to it again. Truly,
So Speed got involved by trying to like stop Logan from using the brass knuckles, basically. But by doing that, he eventually basically helped them.
yeah.
Well, first LA Knight stops Logan initially. Then Ishowspeed was like holding on to like Logan because he was like holding on to the brass, and then that's when LA came up, and then he gets pulled over because of it. He grabs the knucks and he knocks out LA with a loaded punch. Like they're like on it. Or no, he gets startled. LA Knight like touches him from behind, and he gets startled, and he punches him.
Yeah,
And
he's
that
like,
was LA
oh
Knight.
my god, yeah. He's
Yeah,
like, I did not mean to.
yeah. So he backs off and heads up the ramp, and that's when Logan gets the knocks off the apron because that's where Speed put him down and hits Jimmy, and then they get to eventually. Well, and then actually, he ducks it, but then the super kick party, and then eventually, yeah, he loses anyways.
I little super kick body.
And then they celebrate with Speed on the ramp, and he was like kind of almost like doing the Kenny Omega face when he beat Sunny. Was it Sunny Kiss? Or like did the one wing angel in like 5 seconds and just fucking was like staring at the camera like
Yeah.
that was basically Speed. He was just like there with his hands up like, oh fuck.
He's like, God. He was like, God,
His
I did
reaction was
not
great
mean
to
to.
that. Yeah, and then they had the backstage segment later on where he was like obviously he knew that the Usos and LA are gonna be pissed at him and like, yeah, we got your back. And that's when Paul sent them. He's like, go celebrate, go have dinner, take Speed with you, protect his ass.
And then they walk off, and he's like, "The Usos are going to kill him."
Yeah. So it's definitely gonna be a 6-man. Usos LA versus Speed and the Vision at Mania.
Yeah, and Speed will do like Speed will take some good bumps, and he will sell the hell out of it and do good in the ring. I do believe
So
he
we
took a
had,
spear.
yeah, he did nasty for that Rumble last year. Um, we had Liv Morgan come out and she
Mhm.
said in Spanish to Stephanie, she said that she called Valkyrie's mom trash, but in Spanish, and then called her a puta, which is a bitch,
Okay,
basically. So she said, your
okay.
mom's trash, puta, bitch. And that's when Stephanie
So
came out and fucking, she come out with a weapon or did she grab a weapon? I don't remember. She came out,
no, she just came out ready to fight.
yeah.
Belt. That was it.
Oh yeah, like she had like belts that she took off like on her or something. But
Yeah, I think they
Roxanne
broke.
Perez came out and made the save on Liv, and she's back. She was out for a while. She had like a cyst on her back that got removed, and I guess it was benign and stuff. Um, so yeah, so she's back and siding with Liv in the Judgment Day, seemingly.
Yes, she's back with them. I'm really concerned for Stephanie at this point. Every feud she's walked into, almost she has been outnumbered. Fatal
True.
Influence, now the Judgment Day.
Yep.
Are we gonna see this be another situation where she loses the title because of shenanigan interference?
I think so. I think Liv wins at Mania because of. Well, I've seen a lot of people speculate too that Raquel might turn on Liv in the Judgment Day and be like, "Oh, I want that title, bitch," or something.
Mhm.
I could see that too, but I do think Liv wins.
Think Liv wins.
I think because of
Okay.
Judgment Day helper. Yeah,
I mean, it wouldn't be
like
wouldn't be bad for Raquel to turn at all,
no,
or
yeah, I agree.
Roxanne side with Finn because that's who brought her in.
Maybe. I don't know. I feel like Raquel would benefit more from turning than Roxanne at this point. But I wouldn't be against Roxanne either turning and going solo because she's great too.
Yeah. Either way, Liv will probably win and one of them turn. That's how I'm seeing it.
I definitely think Liv wins. But it was a good segment, good brawl between them, and yeah, just continue building up that match for WrestleMania.
I mean, this is another one of those matches, kind of like Oba and Brock. I feel like this one's been built very well. It hasn't been too drawn out. It hasn't been like lackluster. There's been real emotion in these promos with these two. Even the backstage promo where she interrupted Michael Cole and was talking to Liv and Dom. I feel like Stephanie has done very well promo build up. So this is one I could see possibly main event in a night one if they would ever do a women's title as a night one.
I wish, but I don't think they will.
But
But yeah,
I,
it'd be great. We said "but" at the same time. That was funny.
we just know they won't.
I hope they do, but there's like we said a bit ago, Oba and Brock can main event. Obviously, the two men's world titles are more than likely main eventing both nights.
Yeah.
Rhea and Jade on paper, in my opinion, could, but the story's been ass. But
But sometimes the story don't matter.
speaking of stories being ass, the women's tag title match ended the same as it did Friday.
Mm-hmm. That was
Bellas
not a surprise.
and Charlotte and Bliss started fighting
I
ringside,
could
which led to Lyra going out there and getting involved in it, and then it led to the whole DQ and everyone brawling, which led to the announcement of the Fatal 4-Way, which was obvious. But why do we need to do the
have.
same thing we did Friday, but with Bailey and Lyra? I get it. You could have done. There could have been many different ways you got them involved instead of just doing the same shit you did Friday.
Um, I don't. I don't know. I hate they even got like the DQ in there. I know it was for the title. Do a double count out. You
That's what
know,
they did last
have them
Friday
to
too.
just
DQ for the titles.
like do something that doesn't involve everyone getting involved, and then after have everyone get involved. Have the chaos ensue. We knew this was coming. It's just the build to get there. I feel has been off.
Yeah,
in
I'm
my
just
opinion.
hoping Bailey and Lyra, especially Bailey, gets that win after what happened last year with her getting replaced by Becky.
So if Bailey don't win, and I don't think I'm the only one that's been saying this, I see her going to AEW when her contract's up.
Mm, I'd love that. I just think that she's a WWE lifer at this point. I'd love to see her there. I would support her regardless where she went. I don't know. I don't see her leaving right now.
I feel like she would be going over there. I just feel like she's not being utilized in my opinion. Like we had a great storyline going with her split personality. I truly liked that. It was a change in her character work, and then we fucking dropped it.
It was okay. I think it ran its course. Honestly, I was fine with them dropping it. They didn't
I
really do
like.
a whole lot that made me get like I liked it for a bit, but then it just felt like they weren't going to do anything with it anyways.
I mean, they may not have, but I feel
Who
like
knows? Maybe it'll pay off at WrestleMania.
yeah, who knows? Maybe she'll switch and go crazy like she did last time. I don't know.
But yeah, it was. I wish they would have did this a bit differently.
Yep.
What else do we have here that we? Oh, Penta, he retained the IC title. There was almost I guess there was kind of shenanigans. We saw Grayson put Penta back in the ring. Kofi yelled at him not to, and I think there's another point on the outside where he picked him up and Kofi told him not to.
Hmm.
And then eventually Kofi got like hit on the outside with something big, and Grayson's like, "Oh, told me not. You didn't need my help." He's like, "It looks like you did." Um, but yeah, so Penta retains in a solid match. I would say probably had no shenanigans, I guess technically.
Hmm.
Um, Penta cut out a passionate promo announcing that he talked to Adam Pearce prior, and he will be defending the title at a ladder match. He didn't announce who, but later on we found out it was JD McDonough, Rusev, Dragon Lee, and Javon Evans versus Penta in a fatal five-way for the Intercontinental title. I'm fine with these 5 names. My thing was, and I think a lot of people's thing was, just kind of happened. There was no like build to who was in it. So I'm fine with all 5 of these guys being in there. JD and Rusev weren't really doing much, so that's kind of funny. Dragon Lee and Javon were doing more than them, so they're fitting. But yeah, I'm fine with it. I just thought they could have probably built up to it better.
So right after they announced it, I think we went to a commercial break on my side at least, and so I was talking with my like chat. I was like, "Man, there's so many good names we could see in here." You know, I listed off JD. I listed off Dragon Lee, Javon. I think I threw in like a Ray Phoenix just for the hell of it. And someone else like you could have a returning Sheamus. But
Oh
what
yeah, I
really
mentioned Sheamus. Forgot about
what
Sheamus.
really pissed me off about this was when they finally announced who was going to be in it and how they announced it. Well, guys, these matches had
Yeah,
been
it was just
qualifying on main event over the past
well.
few weeks.
What
What
makes
the
no
fuck?
sense is I saw, and I didn't even hear that, but people were telling me that, and so what made no sense is people listed when those wrestlers had matches on main event, and all of those guys, you could argue those are qualifying matches that were never announced beforehand,
Mm-hmm.
fought before Penta was even the Intercontinental Champion.
Yeah.
So they
So what
qualified
the
before
fuck?
Penta even won it. That's fine. I guess you could say like they always had this planned. I guess before he beat Dom, and it would have been Dom in theory. But like you know what I mean? It just felt like oh yeah, so they fought these main event matches. They were qualifiers. Um yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Now go make sure you go watch the matches because they were fantastic slobber dragouts. Who the fuck watches these shows
Not
on
me.
YouTube on Thursdays?
There's already
Because I
so
know
much
that's
to
in the air.
watch.
It's just
Yeah, so you
ah,
could have done a better
why?
job.
Completely.
EO versus Raquel was pretty fucking short.
Yeah, it was.
It was like 6-7 minutes. Of course, we saw Kabuki Warriors come out, and it looked like Asuka was forcing Kyrie to get involved. Like she didn't really want
Hmm.
to. She kept looking back at Asuka, like, "Okay, I'm going." She got to the ring apron, distracted EO. Eventually EO starts fighting off with them. Getting them out of there. And eventually, even though she goes back in the ring and gets caught in a Tejana bomb, 1, 2, 3, Raquel wins. Pretty forgettable match. But they're obviously setting EO up for something with Asuka or I feel like it could be like a triple threat or like between them. Like or just a one-on-one with Asuka or something, maybe, and like that's where Kyrie finally turns on her. I don't know, but they're
Could
doing
you
definitely something with them.
could they add that to WrestleMania? You think?
I don't know because obviously I would rather have them have the U.S. title on the show. I mean, this has been building with Asuka and Kyrie for a while, but
Yeah, I don't know. Like we got what 2 weeks from Saturday to build.
yeah. So we have two
So
Raws and
it's
two Smackdowns
possible.
left,
So it's all possible
or
that we
three
could see
Smackdowns.
them.
Yeah. So I don't know. I wouldn't be against them being on because they're obviously great, but I'm hoping that doesn't knock out the U.S. title, women's U.S. title.
Yeah, as long as the U.S. title's there, I'm fine with it. Add
Yeah.
this in. Do some pre-show matches. We ain't had pre-show WrestleMania matches in a while.
Yeah, and NXT does them here, and that we're getting some for Stand and Deliver. This Saturday they announced the 10-man intergender tag. So I don't know why they don't do more on the main roster, but that's why they have WrestleMania SmackDown, all that shit now.
Yeah, it's so stupid. That's when we have the Andre the Giant Battle Royal too now.
Yep.
They're doing it on the pre-show. I
So
can't.
we'll see what
I know
happens with that.
we had the WrestleMania pre-show when I was at 37. I think it's around. Yeah, and I can't remember who won the Andre the Giant then. I know it was 33. Sorry, but it was in
That was only a
Orlando
few. That was only a few years after. Wasn't that Madcap Moss?
at 33.
Wasn't that when Gronk went over the rail and shit?
I
No,
do
that was
believe
late. No,
so.
no, no. That was 33. I thought might have been 35. I remember Madcap won 1 year.
Mojo Rawley is who won it.
That's who he helped. Wrong football
Yeah,
player. I got the wrong football
yeah.
player.
But yeah, so like we had it there and it was good. We enjoyed it. I mean, I don't
My
know.
favorite will
It's just
always be when
something.
they crowned Cesaro and the way he picked up Big Show. That was incredible.
Oh, yeah, this is always a freak of nature. I swear.
But yeah, so I think that was everything. Oh, and then Roman and Punk. We didn't talk about them. So I mean,
Oh yeah.
it was just a brawl. It was better than the pull apart from Cody and Randy. They obviously
Yeah.
fought. Um, what was funny about this too was there was no security because Oba and Brock beat them down. So it
It
was
was just
just like
producers.
Jason Jordan and Petey Williams and fucking Kenny Dyke. All the producers came out that were there, and Adam Pierce. There was no security, and like a few refs. But yeah, so Roman came out just to acknowledge me, and then right after that, Punk came out and he had his fist taped ready to go, and they just started fighting. Um, I've seen funny tweets. They're funny to me, but I'm thinking they're dead serious because Punk, he picked him up, did the whole power bomb through the table, got retribution, if
Hmm.
you will, for last week. And I saw people sharing the video of that, saying, "Oh, look at Punk, he's weak, and he needed Jamie Noble to hold the Roman's leg, and blah blah blah." And first of all, what? Like maybe,
Oh,
but like, what does that fucking matter? Don't you want them to be safe, and you want them to fucking fall and his knees to give out? Like, he is
yeah.
old, by the way.
Oh yeah. People. They've. Yeah, I've seen that. It's.
But it was a good brawl. I enjoyed it, seeing them actually, fight it out. It's funny to me though, because again, Triple H came out to stop the Oba Brock one, and he didn't stop Cody from grabbing his wife's arm, or nor did he go out there to stop Punk and Roman. So I was like,
Well, and that's just another thing in my mind. Like he knows in a sense what's the main, like not the main ticket builder, but like the most hyped match right now. No matter how you look at this, I feel people are more excited over for Oba and Brock than any other card, any other match on the card.
so good Raw though. I mean, the matches weren't the best, but
No,
storytelling
that
was not bad. So I gave it like a 3.5 last night. 5, not a bad show.
yeah, three. I'd say a three for me. Just cause I enjoy when there's good storytelling but good matches as well. And I feel like Raw just didn't capitalize on that side of it.
So NXT went down tonight, and they didn't call it Roadblock. It was at MSG Theater though.
It was
Immediately
supposed
started with the 6-man Dark State versus OTM and Mike Santana.
to.
That was a pretty solid match, I thought. Mike Santana was hella over, and it wasn't a bad 6-man.
It wasn't a bad 6-man. I like how they ended it though. He had to spin the block, and then they let hit OTM hit the what Booker T called the Rockabye Baby. I don't know what
Yeah,
they actually
it's
call
like
that
a
move.
backbreaker or something. Like a
Yeah,
backbreaker
but I
rack
mean,
slam. I don't even know what it says on here.
yeah.
Argentine backbreaker rack slam. Whoever writes for these, we every time I look at this, they know their moves because they always say move names that are completely different.
Argentine backslam. Yeah, that's okay.
But yeah, it was a solid 6-man. I will say I felt like this NXT didn't feel like a go home for me for Stand and Deliver. Like the contract signing was pretty mid.
Contract signing was mid. The
That
main
really
event
sucked
was
me out of the show.
great.
Main event was really good between Lola and Kalani. Jasper and Keanu sucked too. It was like 3 minutes, 4 minutes.
Yeah, and then we grabbed some random plant fan, I guess.
You suck. And then he
Yeah,
just gets fucking
like,
pulled over the barricade or whatever. Or it almost does, and then
yeah,
the ref stops him.
yeah, Boogs gets in the way.
Oh,
Uh,
that's what it was. Yeah,
yeah,
break. Yeah,
and
there was a
then
lot of stuff that just didn't hit tonight.
I will say Birthright and Los Americanos did though.
The crowd loved them. And that was a shenanigan filled match, of course. We saw Grande come out and he distracted the ref while they both put the metal plates. And it was funny too. I thought this was funny though, because they didn't just grab their metal plates, put them in. They're like, oh hey, here's my little plate.
They
You put it in yours.
swap,
Oh, here's
yeah.
mine. You put it in yours. So what the fuck? It's just traded.
They swap plates in the face.
And of course that's how they win with using the metal plate, the headbutt from Tyler Bate.
I don't know who you're
Bravo.
talking about. That's Bravo. I don't know who's
That's
Tyler Bates.
he's a big strong boy, if you ask me.
Yeah,
I saw a little bop and bing, I swear. Um, but yeah, so now they're number one contender, and they'll be facing Vanity Project. They're definitely not gonna beat them. I'll be shocked if they do, because Vanity Project just won those. So
yeah. They're gonna put them over. They're gonna help build their characters for sure. But did you hear the pop El Grande got when he
dude,
got
he
up
is
there on the apron?
so over. Luddy as El Grande is so over. Except for the main roster,
He
he gets booed and then Chad gets cheered.
yeah, I don't fucking understand that. But yeah. Like I feel like Ludwig in a bad not in a bad way, but I feel like he's stuck in that mask for probably the rest of his wrestling career.
I hope not. I hope it's like an Al Generico thing he just brings out here and there after a while. Well,
Once it
Sammy
goes
hasn't even
away,
brought back El Generico, so
that's true. God.
the
But I mean
whole
in
the whole lore is apparently he went to go take care of orphans in Mexico. Is the lore of El Generico. That was the lore that after he left got signed to WWE.
Jesus.
And then people have evolved it into that he got sick and died, or the rumor is he got sick and died while taking care of orphans in Mexico.
Oh God, no.
That's why he hasn't returned anywhere. And it's funny because in WWE games they make that character, but it's El Ordinario. So if you've ever played the WWE 2K games in like the last 5-year games, there's an El Ordinario in there for you to play with, and it's just
That's
El
hilarious.
Generico.
That's good.
But
That's
I
good.
hope he's not stuck in that mask, Ludwig or Chad.
One
Like
of
for
them's
those
got to take the
stickers.
mask off at some point.
I definitely think WrestleMania is going to lead to a mask versus mask for them. I think that'll be one of the matches added.
I wouldn't be mad with it.
No, let's back to WrestleMania. Fuck it.
They probably will.
But yeah, so Keanu Jasper was mid. The tag, so that tag match was not bad. We saw Blake Monroe. She had a face to face with Tatum. They went back and forth. That was pretty good. Of course, they ended up brawling at the end, and they dropped the title. And like Blake had rolled to the outside, but Blake ended up getting back in and grabbing it first before Tatum could grab it. I feel like their match should have a stipulation, like an I quit or submission or something. No holds barred, whatever.
I don't know. It seems like a very bland stand and deliver, honestly.
You think so?
Like, I feel like the matches are good. I just feel like it's just thrown together, in my opinion. I don't know. Maybe
I
it's
feel
just
like they
me.
obviously didn't get as much time because they would have had 2 more weeks if it was
Mm.
WrestleMania weekend. But I mean, obviously Zaruka is the story of the whole
Yep.
show. I mean, we didn't get them tonight besides a video package recapping, and then Jacy just saying, "I'm glad I don't have to deal with that no more." Then we did
Yeah.
saw Izzy was like, "Oh, I'm gonna, you know exactly what I want," and she just left.
Yeah, yeah, that was another thing. She said, "You know exactly what I want. I'm gonna make it clear tonight."
And then we never
What
saw
the,
her again.
where was she at? Did it happen after? Did
We
they
never saw
cut
it
the
on
feed
TV.
soon? Like,
Well, I mean, we never even found out what happened after the main event. So obviously we had Lola and Kalani, and we've had finishes similar to this, you know, where like double pins or like whatever. One passes out while the other gets the pin or whatever the fuck it is. But or I don't even know if we've had that, but like I liked how they did that. Lola got pinned, and right as the three was hitting, she tapped on the guillotine. Like that was really cool. And so they ended with Sean coming out and like they were talking to the official because there was another ref out there. The second ref came out when Jacy and the whole Fatal Influence came out. So the other ref came out there to stop them
mhm.
from getting involved in this match, and they never did.
uh,
And then that ref is the one who came in after they initially crowned Kendall the winner by saying, no, Kendall tapped, Kendall tapped. And they showed the footage back and she does tap. So I thought that was really well done. But we never
yep.
found out at the end of the show. Obviously, I'm sure if we were to go to, maybe if I were to check Twitter right now, I'll see. But we never found out at the end of the show what that means. And it's obviously going to lead to a triple threat.
Yeah, I'm looking and I don't see anything for it. I see Lola's latest post. It says she tapped, but
I guess they'll announce it on the pre-show. I mean, yeah, because they don't have the match graphic up. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know, but it has to be triple threat since that happened at the same time.
it has to be. In a sense, it has to be. Um, yeah. And then if it is a triple threat, you don't have Lola take. You don't have Jacy take the pin to lose, which doesn't hurt her.
I hope
She'll lose the
Jacy
title, but that's about
loses.
it.
She needs to eat the pin.
She doesn't eat the pin.
She's ready for the main roster for sure.
Yeah, I do agree with you on that. Do you have Lola give her the take the title?
I would say give it to Kendall as much as I'd love Lola. Lola's ready for the main roster as well.
Okay,
So
I
I would
agree with
move
you.
them both up by having Kendall go over.
Just have a fresh new start to all of NXT.
Yes. Well, I mean, you were saying earlier you think that the women are basically in for a reset. We're gonna get some call ups.
Hmm.
So
Yeah,
those are two I think happen for sure.
I think Soul's one as well.
Yeah,
I think Lola.
I think Zarya will win, and then that'll probably be her send off to the main roster.
We'll see her debut in like a few weeks
So
on
Lola, Soul,
SmackDown.
Jacy.
Yeah.
Yep, I can see those three going up after Mania.
I mean that's your big, kind of your big three.
I
I
mean, you still
mean,
got Izzy, you got Kalani, Jada, which we
yeah,
saw Kalani and Jada tonight, by the way. We'll get into that here in a minute.
yep.
But yeah,
So
so I mean, you still got a lot of women to build up. You could bring back Carmen from Evolve if you want to keep it going with Nikita, which sometimes she's over, sometimes she's not. She seems to change her shit all the time. She was doing something interesting there for a minute with who was it? It was Blake, but then they just dropped it.
mhm. Yeah,
But yeah, I mean, so and you got Thea, you got so many women in that division that they could try to step Tatum. So
could easily.
while it would hurt, you still got a very stacked division.
Yeah, and that's one thing I liked about NXT. Like the women's division is extremely stacked down there, so you have tons of options.
Yeah, you got Ren. Like there's more I keep thinking of, you know. But yeah, so I'm fine with those three going up for sure, and Kendall winning out Stand and Deliver, especially since Kendall relinquished the Evolve title just recently.
Yeah, she relinquished it to focus more on Jacy, which wasn't a bad decision, which made me believe she was going to win tonight.
Yeah,
But at the start of this match, and I know you like grappling wrestling, this was a very technical style of wrestling to start with for the first like
definitely.
maybe 3 to 5 minutes.
Yeah,
Like it was, you seen a lot of like, of course, Lola on her side of it was the MMA background. I think Kendall has like the college level wrestling background, I do believe. And like I seen that. There's some matches when they do like that. I'll from where I wrestled, I know how they count points and stuff. So like I didn't do it for this one, but like for other ones I have. Like this was a technical. If you were scoring it, like the round based everything. This is what you would want to see in that time
Yeah, and I
match.
like it because obviously, like you said, the background for both women. You have Lola, back in she's an MMA fighter, so she does jujitsu, kickboxing, all of it. So she used her grappling, and Kendall used her. So it was a really cool start to see them use their grappling like that.
Yeah, I was like, God Almighty, this is great.
So yeah, really good main event, and then we also had Kalani, another K name, Kalani and Jada Parker in a fun match where Jada got the win, in a really good matchup. Um, both women could definitely be next NXT Women's Champion or being next up to face whoever wins at Stand and Deliver. Like this whole division is so stacked. So, really good match. Jada wins. Eventually, though, backstage later on, we saw she got attacked, Jada, by Kalani.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't have Jada winning this.
Really,
Like, Kalani's been the one over for
I think
that, and
Jada
like
needed the
all of
win
her,
here. She's been losing a lot of matches.
she did. That I will agree with you on. Her, Lola, and I think there was someone else that's just been eating
My
pins.
baby.
And it was good to see a win, but I really thought they were going to give it to Kalani, and then have her, of course, next in line. But with them doing the attack here backstage, it makes me feel like this will be added to Stand and Deliver as well.
It could be. I mean, we already got the pre-show match too announced. It could be a pre-show match.
It could be pre-show follows going anywhere, but I feel like we got to get, if we're gonna give Jada the win here, we've got to push her towards either Tatum or Blake, whichever one walks out as North American champion.
Yeah, definitely. I could definitely see that. But yeah, so very solid NXT tonight. I didn't think it was like a good go home show though.
I mean, the only thing we really built, in like honestly, my opinion,
But a 4-way.
that gave like the was Tatum and Blake. Like everything else, it's kind of like when you play my GM and everything's like you can't go past level 4 and it gets stale and the crowd gets bored and
It's a good comparison.
you gotta finish it at the pay per view and it's like son of a bitch, we gotta get here. And like this is now where we're at. Now we gotta capitalize. So
I don't know. I just feel like they just didn't do a good job tonight of getting me hyped for the Fatal 4-way as they did
yeah,
for like I don't know. I don't know. I kind of agree with
it,
you. It feels like it was like not a lot of great build to this Stand and Deliver, and it could be the fact that they lost those 2 weeks. I don't know.
yeah. And I will say this main event this year does not feel as hyped, in my opinion, as what we had last year, and I don't know why.
Well, I'm hoping the main event is Aruka facing each other. So, I mean, as much as the Fatal 4-way is going to be fun, it's an ODQ match. So, like use tables, chairs, all that
Yeah,
fun stuff. Cool, but the best built story they have, in my opinion, is Zarya and Cole. I would say main event that.
yeah, that would work. That would be the same feel then, because of course I'm just thinking they're probably not going to do that as the main event, knowing how they plan out their most of the cards. Um, but that would work. Give me Sol Ruka and Zarya as our main event, and that grudge match. That'd be great.
Yeah, so. But yeah, I mean, not the best build, but that's kind of been WWE lately, unfortunately.
It has been
World Wrestling Federation.
just slap it together. By God, they'll come. They will come. Watch it. It don't matter what we put out there.
This dog just
So
wants to play. She's like, "Stop talking wrestling, bitch."
she said, "You watched enough. Get over here.
Yeah,
I
she's
want to
playing tug of
play."
war. Look, she keeps making me spin my chair because I like pick my feet up off the ground. So that's just her pulling on the toy.
Other bit of wrestling news, really quick. I don't know if you had seen it. And I'm gonna
I think I
recheck
might
it.
know. Let me see, because I had opened Twitter and it was like the top of my feed. Let me see what it was again here. Oh, so
I'm
one belt Monet.
yeah. I was gonna verify it. Yeah.
So is that
So
one belt the Owen Hart title? She's not gonna lose that belt.
I don't know. She still has the Owen, so that would be two. What's the
She
other
doesn't
belt
defend it.
she has? Yeah.
I thought no,
So
I thought it was
technically,
just the Owen. I thought,
I don't know what other belt she has.
and I think no, because she's down to one.
Let me see
She
if I
only
can
has
zoom
one
in.
belt. I'm pretty sure it's just the Owen now.
So Mercedes now holds two active physical belts: the APAC Women's Championship in Malaysia and the
She lost that, I thought.
2025 Owen.
I thought she lost the APC like last weekend or this weekend. I'm pretty
I
sure she
think she
lost it
did.
because she lost one like a day or two ago, and then she just lost this one.
No, she captured it, defeating Nora Phoenix Diana at a House of Glory Splash Super Clash event. That was her 13th belt, so she has not lost it yet.
I call shenanigans because it says on here she's one belt Monet, and she
Yeah,
always
one
counted
belt.
the Owen, but she always counted the
She
Owen.
that's true.
That's what I'm saying. I think she lost it because she lost one just the other day, and now she just lost to Jody, like within a 3-day span. She lost 2 belts in 3 days, I think.
Yeah, it says that even cage match still says her listed as the APAC Women's Champ for 137 days. Oh yeah. If she's one belt Monet, that means they're not now counting the Owen because, like you said, she can't defend it. But yeah, Mercedes is on her way
She's
back.
giving back to the community of wrestling.
I'm glad. I'm so glad.
But
But
yeah, so GG's to Jody Threat.
what's really crazy is Jody Threat's tag team partner just left TNA as well.
Well, Jody's now champion of WPW, so she doesn't need her.
So it's interesting. Now, here's my question: are we gonna spin this to where Mercedes is the one that took out Tony,
No,
and no, you don't think so?
I think it's gonna be
No.
Mina.
Mina
Yeah,
wouldn't be bad. It'd be different.
tired of all the success she had, but she couldn't win with her, so she got jealous.
Yeah,
I don't know. We'll see. If the rumors are true that she'll be out for over a year, Tony.
yeah. And maybe Mercedes is the one to come back and challenge Tekla at Dynasty.
I don't think she'll be back in time for Dynasty. That's what 2 weeks away. Not even like a week away. Next weekend.
Uh, and yeah, not this weekend, but next.
Yeah. So we have another Dynamite. Well, two collisions. Oh no, two Dynamites and two collisions because tomorrow's Wednesday. But
Yeah,
we have 2 shows left of Collision Dynamite to build to it. So I doubt it. I don't think we'll see her until possibly towards like maybe May.
that's true. Yeah, double or nothing. Have a show up in New York would make sense.
Yeah, not far from Boston. She talked about New York or something.
Yeah, or if she wants to be a face, if Tekla still got the title.
True. But yeah, so good on Monet, man. We're giving back to the wrestling community. Damn, we already went an hour and a half. All right, well,
Yes,
tell
sir.
people tell people they can watch you outside the podcast.
Outside the podcast, you can find me on my YouTube channel, The Kraken Wrestling, on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, and Kick, all as The Kraken Wrestling.
And you guys can find me and little Daisy here, who doesn't want to stop playing on Twitch, Kick, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, as Josh Vibes Up. If you want to find my Discord and stuff, we have the link tree or the beacon, whatever you want to call it. These are all my social media. But yeah, if you guys are want to check all that out, Josh Vibes Up basically everywhere. And yeah, we'll be doing a stand and deliver post show, I believe, right? It would be available Saturday night.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And
Saturday, right
then
after.
I guess the plan for Mania in a few weeks would be to do the same for each night.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm excited. I think that'd be the best recap each night after they happen.
Yeah, because we try to recap both nights after both
It's like
nights,
7 hours
night
worth of
two.
shit. Because we'll have
Yeah,
SmackDown and then both nights. Yeah, no.
that's a lot. So we'll get it figured out, though.
But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you guys on Friday for the SmackDown and Dynamite recaps. Bye.
Yeah. I did not realize it was an hour and a half.
Yeah, we went long on Raw, longer than that's why I wanted to start with it. I felt like we had a lot to say.
It was an hour for Raw, that I do know.
Yeah, like we started going to NXT like at an hour and 8 in or something.
That's crazy.
It
But
was
I
a good
mean,
podcast though. I mean, we had a lot to talk about, so.
We did, and